Hey, Jordy, what did they do to you guys defensively to take BVP and Jay out of what you guys were about offensively?
I just think early off, like their ball pressure affected us. They was trying to deny heavy gaps and stuff like that. So I think it was more so us not trying to be the aggressors. But they did their job. I mean, we brought the game down to what 6 in the second half. So I mean, we switched up a couple of little things. But once we figured it out a little bit, we started just playing OU basketball. So, but I think their biggest thing was their pressure. Like the first 4 minutes was pretty good.
That first half wasn't how you guys played offense all year. Was that them, running the doubles at Jay and you guys maybe not quite being used to dealing with that on a consistent basis?
I'll give it to them. I mean, they was playing different on Jay, just trapping ball screen, just making them get rid of the ball, make other guys make shots. But also, it really wasn't even him just facilitating. I mean, we turned it over 12 times in the first half. So, once you seen second half, we only turned it over 3-4 times. We started getting great looks and putting the ball in the basket.
Nate, what did it feel like to come through in a big spot with no one being out? The depth at the center was at its low point this year, and you had an impact in making a run at this thing. What was that like for you?
Coaches told me to play hard. He was just like, if you play hard for me, I'll put you in the game. I just did what I had to do at times to just help the team and make an impact, do whatever I could when I was in the game.
You've had a front row seat all year, Nate. You've seen Ben and Jay kind of do their thing. What was it like tonight when those two guys aren't contributing on the offensive end like the
It definitely takes away from some of our offense, but at the same time, we got to be ready to pick them up because they're our teammates. So whenever they're down, we got to pick them up. We just got to be better and ready for that.
You guys' 3 losses this season have all come against, or before this game, the 3 losses all come against pretty tough opponents. Do you guys feel like you showed improvement against Purdue?
Yeah, I actually think we showed a lot of improvement. I think our effort level was really there. We was doing our job on the defensive end. We was blocking out. Their second chance point rating is off the charts. I mean, they get 37% of their offensive rebounds or something like that and scores. So, just taking that one aspect out of the game and just trying to play our game. I think we made a lot of improvements coming into conference play soon.
And how much did that experience against those tough teams help in that second half comeback?
I think the biggest thing is just playing harder. I think when we first seen Villanova and like Nate said, also staying together. Just seeing those teams and just seeing how hard they really play. It really shows how hard we have to come out. Each game and play hard for 40 minutes.
Nate, this was a big game. It was a Big Ten team on this floor. That doesn't happen very often. What does it feel like now that it's done? You guys didn't get the win, but how do you parse it out now that it's come and gone?
We focus on Morehead State. We got a game Saturday at 1 p.m. Heading into conference, coach wants to be 8-4. We're gonna make that happen. So that's all I got to say.
Jordy, you talked about the 6-point deficit. What was going through your mind just during that time? One more shot. What was just going through your mind?
Confidence. I mean, it really wasn't. When you get in just moments like that in the game where you're starting to really come back and really punch away at it, it's just you're just in the zone. You're in the game. So, at that point in time, we got a bucket and we're only down 6. I'm just thinking next stop. We can. We're doing it right now. So it's just more so just staying confident, just keep going.
Jordy, how did it feel to kind of get this kind of fan support today, considering that it's winter break, students aren't here, but you're still?
Oh no, it was great, man. The crowd was super loud. It just really shows how tight this OU community is, man. And I think everyone who definitely came out to support tonight. We don't get high majors in the combo too often, so I really appreciate our fan base.
To take Ben and Jay out of the game, unfortunately, they were both kind of limited tonight. What did they do so well to limit the impact of what have been your 2 go-to guys this year?
Well, I think number one, we probably should be mad at Nebraska. It was almost like it was a hornet's nest, and you knew they were going to respond like that. I think they came in and practiced about 2.5 hours hard yesterday, And, you know, they came out, and I thought the first war we did a good job. You know, we were leading after the first war and you know, played them pretty good. And then, you know, it's almost like that same type of stretch where we missed shots, turned the ball over, and, you know, it was a 20-point game at halftime, and kind of flipped roles in the second half. I think we had 3 turnovers, you know, 1 late, so 4 in the second half. You know, made, you know, 6 threes, you know, 6 for 16 from 3 as opposed to the first half. And, you know, when you take care of the ball and make shots, you know, the game's a little different. And, you know, I was proud of our guys' effort in the second half coming out of halftime.
Did you guys figure out some things offensively too? Because, you know, they were throwing that second guy at Jay, making him give up early.
Yeah, we knew they were going to do that, and you know, with Williams out there, you know, hedging and kind of shocking the ball screen, you know, we needed JP to kind of drag it a little bit further, and sometimes he picked it up, but we asked him to do a lot, and you know, we're not where we are without him. He's a special player, one of the best guards in the country. You know, second half he got the ball down low, missed a couple layups, missed a couple free throws, but you know, when you exert that much energy, you know, they made him work. And, you know, second half we took him off the ball a little bit, which helped. You know, changed our entries, which helped. And I thought that's why we had some success in the second half.
Coach, you guys played 3 games against high major schools before today. How much did that experience kind of help in some of the improvements and the second half comeback you saw?
4 high majors, but who's counting?
I'm sorry.
And yeah, it's, you know, it's almost been the same thing. You know, turnovers and rebounding. I thought we did a good job on the boards. I know they shot 49%, but you know, that's what you're worried about. They were getting 38% of the rebounds back. I thought we battled. I thought we competed. You know, and that's really what you want to see. And you know, we got some good looks. You know, when we did, and didn't knock them down. And you know, BVP and you know, JP, those guys aren't going to have a bad game like they did together again. And you know, they feel horrible in there. You know, but those guys have carried us in a lot of these games.
Did you see the growth that you kind of wanted to see when you know, looked at the schedule before the season and saw that you had, you know, a bunch of tough opponents in Baylor, Utah, obviously Purdue?
Yeah, the growth has been there. You know, the tough thing has been the consistency. You know, we've had so many different guys hurt at different times where, you know, you're not practicing the same combinations. And you know, I'm proud of our guys for stepping up. You know, when other guys have been out, you know, we could have used Nolan Foster tonight. You know, I thought Sylvester did a really good job. You know, Nate's just not big enough and strong enough to guard down there. And they're such a good, you know, passer from the post that, you know, if you double them, they're going to kick it out. So, but, you know, we'll continue to get healthy and you know, keep working.
I was going to ask you, did Nate do enough things besides make shots tonight to warrant giving him more of a look? Did you see what you needed to see out of him in a big spot?
Yeah, the biggest thing with Nate is, you know, he can jump 12 feet. And he should be out jumping. And he did it one time. He got an offensive rebound. He was kind of surprised he got it. Didn't know what to do with it. But, you know, he's a freshman. You know, he never played a whole lot. And, you know, he blocked a 3-point shot, but you want to see him coil up and block those layups. You know, and that's kind of his next progression and next step of being able to do that, because, you know, he can shoot the ball. And, you know, he's hit some shots in the games for us. And, you know, he was 4 for 8 and got some really good looks. Thought he passed up a couple.
Coach Purdue was without Matt Harms tonight. How did you guys try and exploit that in the offensive end?
Yeah, I mean, he's a defensive, you know, I mean, their defense is elite as it is, but he just makes it that much better. You know, he blocks shots, he changes shots, he alters them. And probably the biggest thing that changes, you know, I think he and Williams play about 12 minutes together, you know, if you look at the course of the game. You know, when he's not in there, you don't have another guy you can just keep pounding the ball to, you know, as opposed to putting Harms in there and throwing the ball to him in the post. And then, you know, Williams comes in for Harms and, you know, he sits out. You still got a guy who can throw the ball into the post. So that's probably the biggest difference offensively is they didn't, you know, you play Boudreau out there. He's more of a face-up guy, you know, not a back to the basket. They put Eastern down there, posted him some. But that was probably the biggest difference, you know, just from an offensive standpoint. You know, defensively, I thought they were really good.
You had that run midway through the second half.
Yeah.
Six-point deficit. What was just going through your mind as you're watching your guys really make a dent in that lead?
Yeah, I mean, our guys were gassed, you know, and I didn't want to sub because, you know, those guys were making the run. And, you know, those guys left everything out on the floor that they had. And, you know, we cut it to 6 and just couldn't get that stop or hit that 3 that we needed to. And, you know, give them a lot of credit. Great teams, they bend, but they don't break. You know, they made a run at us in the first half. And I told our guys, hey, we got to come back out in the second half. And our guys did. They came out, competed. The crowd got into it. And, you know, like all good teams, you know, we cut it to 6, but they didn't break and kind of pushed it back up.
In terms of the growth, what does that specific run say to you from what the team that you had at the start to where you guys are at right now?
Yeah, I think, you know, the game's a lot easier when the ball goes in the basket, and, you know, makes you look like a better coach, and, you know, the score is a little easier. But like, you know, we got 7 freshmen, and, you know, some of them are out tonight, but, you know, a lot of these guys, you know, learn game to game, and you know, we talk about competing. And I told our guys at halftime, like, I'm interested in us coming out competing, and we did the same thing at Villanova. You know, we came out in the second half, and I think it was either a tie game or 2-point game in the second half of that game as well. And, you know, we got great kids. You know, they play hard, play for each other, and you know, we got what we wanted to see, you know, out of them in the second half.
You were going crazy there during that run the second half, too.
I was.
Arms waving, cheering on the crowd. Was that when coaches get into the flow of the game like that, is that a conscious decision, or is that just something that?
Yeah, I think it kind of happens. You know, you want the crowd to get into it. You know, wish the students and band would have been here, but, you know, I thought it was a great crowd. You know, they got loud and they got into it, and you know, the adrenaline helps. You know, picks our guys up, and I'm kind of an energetic guy.
Is that a new suit tonight too?
New suit. If it's midnight, it'd be double the rental fee. So I know everyone's got deadlines. I got to get this thing back.
When did you know you wouldn't have Ben Roderick, and how have you adjusted not having him?
Yeah, you know, Ben had been our second or third best player for a while, and freak injury, you know, against Robert Morris in a scrimmage. Guy fell back in his knee, sprained his MCL, missed, I think, you know, 3.5 weeks. You know, come back, practiced the week we went to Myrtle Beach. You know, got some minutes there. I think he played like 20, and 12 minutes in the 3 games. Was kind of getting his groove back. Came out in the Detroit game, hit 5 points in the first 5 minutes, and then broke his hand. You know, so he had surgery on that, and, you know, he'll be out at least a couple more weeks. Hopefully, you know, by the start of MAC play, we'll get him back. But, you know, he's just a guy that gives another shot maker. You know, a guy who plays at a great pace, who's got a great IQ, and, you know, we miss him out there.